The new Minecraft update Tricky Trails has officially been released, which means it's a perfect time to start a new Let's Play world. Today we're going to spend a bunch of time exploring around, collecting up goodies, and even building a starter house. Although I didn't start with these iron tools or iron armor, or even a chest full of goodies, so we're going to have to go back 5 days. First things first, we're going to need to start a new world, which we're just going to call 1.21 Let's Play. Also, here's the seed if you want to play along with me, and once we find a location to build our base, I will also share the coordinates. Anyways, rather than wasting a bunch of time at the beginning of the video just showing the basic stuff that you guys probably see on every single Let's Play series, we're just gonna kind of scurry through it, showing the highlights and the important parts of it. Starting off with spawn. Yeah, I know. Extremely special. I really didn't have a need to stay nearby here because there wasn't any terrain that was interesting to me. So I pretty much just collected up a little bit of wood to make some pickaxes and then some stone to make some stone pickaxes, and then tried to collect up copper, but there was only one piece of it. So then I moved on to a nearby village that I saw in the distance. Luckily, this village did have a blacksmith within it, so I made my way over there, raided the chest, which had some iron and some iron boots. These villages are also full of hay bales, so I decided to craft a hoe, collect all the hay bales up, so I have plenty of food for the first episode. Oh my goodness, it's already nighttime? Luckily, we did find this village so we can get a bed, but let's sleep through this. They're all gone now, but for some reason, like every single villager in this village was right next to the bell. And I did not ring the bell. They were just all right next to it anyways. Maybe it's just to do with the game mechanics, but I don't know. Oh my goodness, there's a cat right there, but I don't have any fish on me. I wonder if there's any salmon spawning in this river down here, because then I could kill them and actually maybe tame that cat. Wait, why in the heck would I do that? There's no way that cat's gonna survive a journey to find where we're gonna build our base. Once I pretty much had the entire village raided, I decided to move on and start collecting up some wood and saplings from the nearby trees. One of those being acacia and also jungle. I don't know the next time I'm gonna come across these biomes, so I rather have them with me for now. Along with trying to get bamboo, because bamboo's awesome and it can be used for everything. Bamboo acquired, and I'm gonna take all of it because I can. But as of right now, my inventory is pretty much completely full. There's a few things I could throw out along the way if we run into any other biomes or items that I want to collect, but for the most part, I do want to keep a lot of it. Anyways, we have hit a river and I want to travel by boat because it might be a little bit quicker. And I'll just throw that down. Ooh, you know what? I can actually turn this into a boat chest, which I think just requires making a chest and then combining it with a boat, and we now have a boat chest, which is not a part of the new update, but it's something I'm still getting used to. Anyways, it is time to sleep real quick. As I continued to travel on, I did end up coming across a desert village, which was also full of a ton of hay bales, like 3 or 4 times as many as the first village we found, which is awesome because that means we're gonna have plenty of food for probably the next 2 episodes. I always forget how big the llamas actually are. Not llamas. Not llamas. I mean, camels? Yeah, I think it's a camel. That's what you are. Oh, look at you. You're laying down. You look so cute laying down. Okay, I might be wrong here, but try and tell me that doesn't look like a camel's head, and there happens to be a camel right down there. I mean, am I wrong here, or does it look like one? It could also look like a chicken head. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, that's a maybe, but am I okay with it? Definitely. Anyways, let's get back to exploring. Okay, I am now definitely losing my mind. That looks like a camel sitting down or laying down. If I can find this guy, I can show you guys what I mean. I just have absolutely no idea where he went. There he is. Okay. Please lay down. Please. Just stop right there. Stop right there. Just stop. Now lay down. Okay, even standing up. Just look at that. Look at that. I am not going crazy and I know it. Oh, here he goes. Look. See that? And then that and yeah. Oh my goodness, I almost completely looked over that. That's a desert temple, I think, that's completely buried, which was just right here this whole time. Yep, it definitely is one, so I'm just gonna dig down and kind of be careful because it might be some mobs maybe in here. Any mobs? No, none that I see. So I'll just dig all the way down to the bottom and remove said pressure plate. And oh my goodness, we got some diamonds and we got some diamond horse armor. Don't really care about anything else. I'll take the gold and the bones and gunpowder. 2 enchanted books, 1 being mending and 1 being sharpness and a saddle. Okay. And even more diamonds, which brings us up to a total of 6 diamonds. Oh my goodness. It's what day is it right now? It's only day 3, day 2? I don't know. Yeah, it's day 2 and we already have 6 diamonds. Yeah, it's all right. You can go ahead and call me the best Minecraft player ever. With the horse armor and saddle that I collected at the desert temple, I decided to keep on traveling and tame myself a horse to speed this process up. Now, is he fast? He is the furthest thing from being fast. He is extremely slow. So we have really big ocean, and we have horse that's not very fast, and probably also isn't a very good swimmer, which I think means it's time we abandon this guy and just make ourselves a boat. One boat, please. Oh, my inventory is so full. It's so annoying trying to deal with this. Yeah, we can just place that down, and I'll just leave this stuff behind, and here's a crafting table for you, buddy, in case you ever need to use it. To the sea we shall go, and as tempted as I am to stop at that sunken ship, I have a feeling I might die trying to get anything from it. Come on, I obviously had to try and do this. Oh my god, it's so hard to control. I want to go that way. What about going this way? Can I get over here? Okay, I kind of got the hang of it. Oh, there's water right there. Swerve out of the way, swerve out of the way. Okay, is there a way to... Oh, I skidded right over that. Okay, no, not into the wall. This is so much harder than you guys could ever imagine it to be. I don't want to fall into any of this water because then I have to break the boat again, but I think I'm completely surrounded. Unless I can manage to skid over the top of the... Nope, not gonna happen. We can go this way. Oh, that's a bear. I don't think that's supposed to be happening, and they're just watching their house burn down. It's just completely gone. It's gone forever. You guys not have any firefighters in this town? I mean, we got the Iron Golem, but I don't know what he's gonna do. After another 1,000 or so blocks of travel, I did end up coming across this place, which is full of mountains, which is exactly what I'm looking for. It doesn't just have the snowy slopes, it also has the jagged peaks, which adds a nice color variation to the terrain, which puts us at just about X 1000 and Z negative 5000. Yep, I really just traveled 6,000 blocks to find a place to build. Don't worry though, it's all gonna be worth it. Oh hey, and look at that, you're now all caught up. Besides the cool mountain I saw, the zombie I killed, the pumpkins I harvested, the many cows I also massacred, the sugarcane I collected, the trees I collected, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yep, all caught up. Now that I've found a place that I want to build in, I actually want to head down into the mines. And luckily earlier I did get 6 diamonds from that desert temple, so I am going to take 3 of them so I can make myself a diamond pickaxe. I've already crafted up a bunch of torches and also a good amount more of food, so now I just need to find a cave, which there is a lot of them, but I do want to try finding one of the ones that just kind of goes all the way down to deep slate, since I'm going to need a good amount of deep slate and also tuff to build this starter house, along with copper. Since it is 1.21, I do want to start using copper a lot more since they've added new blocks. Yep, I think that is gonna work. Exactly what I had in mind. I just need to find a safe way to get down. Oh, I should have brought a water bucket. You know, I could just bridge out to this little floating island and then jump down onto it and then break my way all the way down to the bottom of the cave. And the mobs are starting to spawn. Luckily, since this was a pretty big cave, there was a lot of coal and copper showing in the walls, which made collecting it up a whole lot easier. Besides that, I also spent a little while collecting up some granite because I am also going to use this in our starter house build. I eventually came across a pretty massive portion of this cave, but before I wanted to dive into it, I decided to craft myself a crafting table and a furnace so I could smelt up some iron, craft myself a shield, and also craft myself a water bucket. Okay, I may have died. Luckily, this isn't hardcore. And it's still nighttime. Can I sleep real quick? Yeah, that was a good old death by creeper sort of incident. Luckily, I should be able to get my items back pretty easily. I just gotta watch out for that guy. Oh, move. That was a dumb idea. Being chased by a zombie and also a skeleton, but I think my stuff is right over here. Yep, I can see the XP and all the items are spawning in. Awesome. The guy snuck up out of nowhere. I was killing a skeleton, didn't see the creeper, and then he must have just come up from behind and exploded. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to mining because I still got a lot of deep slate and also a lot of tuff to harvest. And maybe, just maybe, we might get some diamonds. I'm almost positive that I just found myself a copper vein, which is super cool because copper is going to be really handy. And the reason I think this is a copper vein is that if I just start digging around, copper just starts to appear pretty much everywhere. I mean, yeah, I keep going and there's more and more copper. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to collect up any more just because I already have 64 raw copper blocks and I am going to turn those into cut copper. So that gives me 4 times as many. So about 4 stacks, which means I need to make my way down here and try to collect up those diamonds. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to add and try not to get killed. I'm just bridging my way over there, and I also noticed there's a little bit more diamonds down there too. This is why I am super glad I crafted that water bucket, because I can just place that in and then just make my way down. There is a zombie coming, so let me take care of this guy and also light up the cave. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't see them both. Oh, and the creeper's right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And now I'm on fire. This is going terribly. Okay, just gotta take one of these guys out at a time. And where did that creeper go? Okay, okay, there he is. Just let him explode. Just let him explode. Oh my goodness, he came out of nowhere. And more. Oh, no, I think those are the diamonds I already saw. Oh my goodness, and more right there. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of diamonds, I think. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I found a spawner. I found a spawner, and it's a skeleton spawner. Just try to light this thing up. Nope, no, 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 no. Just light it up. Just light it up. Not open chest. Any goodies in the chest? Oh, we have a name tag. Definitely gonna take that. And another saddle and some horse armor. I'm gonna leave most of this stuff for now just because my inventory is pretty full, and I'll come back down to grab that at a later time. Since my inventory was getting pretty full, I decided to spend a little while collecting up about 3 stacks of tuff, along with another 3 stacks of deep slate, because I am going to be using this stuff on the starter house, and I have to make sure I leave space in my inventory to take these back up to the surface. I have just about everything I'm going to need, which is 3 stacks of cobbled deep slate, 3 stacks of tuff, and about 2.5 stacks of granite, along with 10 diamonds. Speaking of diamonds, there was some down there, and there actually is a little bit right over there, but I'm gonna leave them for now. Oh, and obviously those ones right there. The reason for me leaving them is just because I don't really think I need them quite yet. I'd rather save them so when I get fortune, I can actually come back down into this cave and use the fortune on them. While I smelt up most of the copper I collected, I decided to use 3 of the diamonds I just got to make myself a diamond axe. I'm gonna need some spruce logs and also some oak logs to build this starter house, so I thought the diamond axe was a good idea. I didn't care too much about the logs for the spruce. I mainly wanted the saplings so I can make a 2x2 spruce tree, which will make collecting the spruce logs a whole lot easier. When it came to the oak logs, I just kind of found an area a little bit far away from base and took out a massive chunk of the forest. And obviously I placed the saplings back down because I am gonna need to chop these trees again at some point. And it's also kind of ugly to leave a massive chunk out of your forest. About another hour later, and I pretty much have every material together that I'm gonna need to build this starter house. When it comes to the block palette, I think I'm just gonna mainly use spruce and oak logs, which are obviously gonna be stripped down since it does look a little better in my opinion. And then we're also going to be using some of the brand new tuff blocks, which I think look amazing. What's nice about these two is they have a very similar texture to stone brick, just obviously a little bit of a different color and not so much depth. So we're going to be able to use that when it comes to texturing out this building. And then we can also use some andesite, which is a little bit of a brighter gray, but I think if I use it sparsely, it should work pretty well. And obviously I can also mix in some of the normal tuff, which has not been crafted into anything. And the walls are going to be this stripped oak log, and then texturing this is just going to be using some oak planks a little bit here and there. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing built, and we'll talk about it more once it's completely finished. And that is a finished starter house that I think turned out perfect. It's not very big, but I think it's gonna work for the first episode, and I do have a plan to kind of expand off this throughout the episodes. You know, I'm actually gonna grab some dirt real quick so we can build up and I can get a bird's eye view. So right now it's just this little starter house, but I think we can actually do another building off to the side and then do a wall in between the two. And the same thing applies for the opposite side. And then maybe we can do like a really big windmill up against the snow right there. It's all just thoughts right now, but I do think it could be a great idea and also look really, really cool. Besides that, I did try to incorporate some of the new blocks, being the tuff, and then also using a copper trapdoor. I mean, normal door. I did use copper trapdoors, which are right here, and I used them for an infinite water source. I set this up because while I was building this house, I decided to start planting in some sugar canes so I can get prepared to build an enchantment table, along with breeding cows, but that's not going super well yet. Now, for those of you guys who have watched me before, you know that I suck at doing interiors, or at least I'm really lazy and never do them. So I decided just to go straight into it and get this all finished up. Now, once again, it is quite small in here, so it's pretty packed full, but I think it works just fine. I have 4 furnaces, 2 barrels. I have 6 single chests, which I almost did double chests, but it took up a decent amount of room. And then I tried to add in a lot of decorations throughout. I did want to do some banners, but I didn't have enough wool. And then we have the campfire or fireplace right here, and that's why I did the chimney. I wanted it to seem a little bit realistic. And then if we actually go up the ladder, we have a loft right here, which just has our bed and also a barrel. And if we continue all the way to the top, we have this lookout, which is the top of the tower. Let me know if you guys want me to do a tutorial on how to build this starter house. I think it turned out perfect, and I think it would work for a lot of you guys, along with being super easy to build and not very resource heavy. I realized that I didn't add a pathway in front of the house, so I just went ahead and did that. And before I started building this, I actually went over to that nearby mountain, which had a tall spruce biome or old growth. I never know the name of them, but it did also have some lush caves. So I was able to get my hands on some moss, which I am going to be using a bunch in this area. Moving on from this house, we have this tree right here, which is just a naturally generated oak tree, but I'm kind of thinking of building a custom tree right here and having it put up on like a big foundation. I'm stuck in between doing like a really tall like cypress tree or really tall spruce tree, or doing more of a umbrella tree, which is where the trunk goes up and then the leaves kind of come out pretty far on every direction, sort of giving it the appearance of an umbrella. After a little bit more thought, I jumped straight into working on this foundation. I still haven't decided the tree, but I can kind of decide that once the foundation's finished. I ended up just using tuff and tuff bricks for this because I am obsessed with these blocks right now, and I also had extra lying around, so might as well put them to use. You know, that's not a bad start. I think that actually turned out pretty good. It even makes the naturally generated tree look even better. Like I said, I did just go with tuff and tuff bricks, but I also tried to add in a little bit of moss and some texturing. So just like how that tower is, it starts off with tuff bricks and slowly makes its way up to being pretty much all normal tuff blocks. Something I'm trying to do a lot better in this world than I have in previous worlds is sightlines. And you might be wondering, what exactly does a sightline have to do with Minecraft? Well, for someone like me who loves to build, it's really important to make sure that when you look at something from all angles, it looks good. For example, I think this looks amazing right now with the starter house, the tree, and then the massive mountains behind it, which means I don't want to add something in that's too obtrusive and ruins this entire view. Which brings up the tree. I want the tree to be pretty big, but I also want to make sure it's not going to cover up the starter house, especially when I'm looking at it from this angle, because I think it would be a cool idea to maybe build some sort of house overlooking this entire lake. So at some point, it is definitely going to be a sightline. You know, enough talking, and I'm just going to get to building and see what ends up happening. That is dead on how I wanted it to look. It took a few tries to get the canopy just right, but I think it looks pretty good. Right now, I just have lanterns hanging off the branches, but in the future, once we do get some end rods, I will more than likely change those out to give the tree sort of a mystical look. I was breeding up the cows as much as possible while I was building that. Let's see, are they ready to breed again? Yes, they are. And this should be plenty of enough cows to get enough leather since I already have 15. The only downside is that I'm not level 30 yet. Never mind, I guess that wasn't enough cows because I only have 35 leather and I need a total of 45. So I'm just gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone here and go on a killing montage of anything I can pretty much find. Mainly cows so I can get that leather, but I also get XP from killing all the animals, so hopefully that gets us close enough to level 30, or even level 30. I started out by just killing the nearby sheep and pigs, and there really wasn't any cows around. So instead, I just waited for nighttime to come and continued to breed up all the cows till I can get enough leather. I wanted to kill the mobs at nighttime because I'm pretty sure hostile mobs give you a lot more XP than passive mobs. I could also use a little bit of bones, string, and some gunpowder from the mobs too. You guys know I love to use my bone meal, and I don't have a skeleton spawner hooked up yet, so I need to get bones somehow. I am up to level 30 now, but I'm 1 piece of leather short. And there is a horse behind me which gives leather, but I won't kill a horse. You saw absolutely nothing. I got all 15 bookshelves crafted up, and now I just need to get some obsidian so I can actually craft the enchantment table. I'm pretty sure there is a lava pool somewhere around here, so I'm just gonna look for that. And it is right here. I think I just need 4 pieces of obsidian. Make sure to cover all of this up so I don't die. I'm just gonna leave the water there and get to mining this very, very boring obsidian. I could just enchant this completely broken pickaxe and throw the mending on it, but I kind of want to save the mending, so I ended up crafting a brand new one. Mainly because the enchantment is already showing Fortune 3, and hopefully we get some efficiency on breaking. Okay, we got efficiency. I'd love some unbreaking, but that does mean I can actually head back down into that cave and mine all those diamonds we left behind, and it's going to be worth it. We're definitely going to have to do something about this setup because it's not gonna work. We need to build a structure for it. But that is gonna have to wait for next episode since I'm all out of time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one. And also, as I'm editing this video, we just hit 50,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It means the absolute world to me. I never imagined when I started YouTube that I would actually go this far and have a channel with half 100,000 subscribers. Next step, let's try hitting 100,000 before the end of 2024. Thank you guys again. Love you all. See you next time.